The Root River Field to Stream project is a unique partnership in that it brings together farmers who are represented through their state farm organizations and the Minnesota Ag Water Resource Center, along with environmental interests represented by the Nature Conservancy, industry, in this case with Monsanto providing the initial funding to get this project started, and our state agencies, as the Minnesota Department of Agriculture plays a lead role in gathering the research that's helping all of these stakeholders better understand how agriculture impacts water quality in the Root River watershed.
If you over-apply manure and it runs into the river, it has a negative impact on your operation, plus it has a negative impact on the environment. So to me, it's a win-win to understand how it happens and why it's happening, so we can improve both.
It's a diverse watershed starting in the glacial till, going through karst, joining up with the Mississippi River.
There are segments of the Root River and some of its tributaries that are considered impaired for bacteria, sediment, and excess nutrients.
You know, agriculture represents 60% of this watershed. So to really have an impact positively on this, we need to go to those individuals. You know, to date, we don't have a lot of that site-specific edge-of-field information.
For this project, the Root River watershed, which is located in southeastern Minnesota, was divided into 3 smaller ecoregions with 1 edge-of-field and 1 in-stream monitoring station located in each area. These edge-of-field flumes automatically collect and measure all of the water that flows off of these fields during runoff events. These water samples are then tested for nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment.
The Root River Field to Stream partnership got started because there was a need to better understand how agricultural practices affect water quality.
We currently are milking 650 cows, and so we own and finish about 10,000 finish hogs a year, approximately 2,400 acres of cropland. 550 currently of alfalfa, and the rest is continuous corn. As far as our tillage, we typically pretty minimal till, kind of relying on the crop residue of a continuous corn rotation to keep our soil here. So we are hoping that participating in the study that we could get some facts and learn some things ourselves and see if there's things that we can do to improve our own losses, and in the same time proving that we're, doing what we can to improve water quality for everybody. So to me, it's a win-win to understand how it happens and why it's happening.
I'm in it because I want to see how good a job I'm doing. If I don't do a good job with stopping runoff, holding my nutrients for my crop to use them, then I'm going to be the first one that's drinking water and the first one losing money because the nutrients going downstream.
You know, it's a really unique partnership between, state agencies, agricultural groups, individual producers, conservation organizations that all have an interest in good science.
It's to monitor the runoff from this 20-acre tract, and I guess I'd have to say I've been pleasantly surprised since it was installed that it's been less than what I anticipated it would be myself, and I hope it's information that long term that we can share with the public at large.
And due to the comprehensive nature of what we're collecting on a given site, I mean everything from what our MDA partners are doing with basal cornstalk nitrate sampling, with the lysimeter data, with the edge of field monitoring. We know what's running off. We know what the cropping rotations are. That's a rich data set that we haven't really had, at least in one spot.
We have to get more efficient. This project is going to show us where we're not efficient, what I'm not doing that can be improved. Once we know what and how that got out of the system, how much of it, then we can do something about keeping it here. With what you guys are doing, I'm able to put the two together, and I'm seeing maybe this test is showing I've got more nitrogen than I need here for this, and that'll translate to more dollars and cents in my pocket.
And so just the fact of bringing these groups together to collect the information, to build upon those personal relationships and advance the discussion about how we manage the Root River watershed.
Really, I think projects like this and all the other projects that are taking place in the watershed are really going to help us as managers to really better manage that resource.
I think also now it's exciting that we're starting to get that data and the prospect, how we're going to be able to apply that in coming years. It's pretty exciting. The most important lesson out of this, whatever we get out of the data, is that we can work together to benefit a larger landscape.
I think it's important to all of us. And if we can learn something here and use it as a tool, you know, if we're seeing nutrients losses that we just didn't realize were happening, and we can share that with people and in a constructive manner, is of value to everybody in agriculture.